Hello students, today we will see AC machine problem number 2nd. So the question is design of 30 HP 3 phase 440 volt 960 rpm 50 Hz delta connected induction motor. Assumptions are given. Specific electric loading, that is AC, is given 25,000 ampere per meter. Specific magnetic loading B average is given 0.46 Weber per meter square. Full load efficiency is given 86%. Power factor cos phi is given 0.87. And the question is estimate the following. So number 1 is stator core dimension and number 2 is number of stator slots and winding turns. So we have to find out the stator core dimension, means we have to find out diameter and a length. For finding diameter and a length, we can use output equation capital Q. As we already know, the capital Q is C naught D square L NS. Next, we will write down a given quantities. Power is here given into HP. So P is here 30 HP. Power is not in a kilowatt, it is mentioned in a HP, that is horsepower. 3-phase delta connected induction motor. Then voltage is given 440 volt. Speed is 960 rpm. Frequency 50 Hz. Specific electric loading AC 25,000 ampere per meter. Specific magnetic loading B average 0.46 Weber per meter square. Efficiency is given 86%. Power factor nothing but cos pi is given 0.87. So these are the given quantities mentioned in a problem. So by using these quantities, we will move for finding capital Q value, C naught and NS. So for kVA Q value, we can take this equation. kVA is equal to HP into 0.746 divided by efficiency into cos phi. Now here power is given in terms of a HP, not in a kilowatt. So convert that power into kilowatt. We are multiplying here 0.746. As we know, this is the conversion factor for converting HP to kVA, kilowatt, right? So next we will substitute HP as a 30, then efficiency as a 0.86, power factor cos phi as a 0.87, then we can get Q value as a 29.91 kVA. This is our output equation. So next we will move for finding output coefficient C naught. So C naught is equal to here 11 kW B average AC into 10 raised to minus 3. Here B average and AC, this B average and AC we already know, because B average means specific magnetic loading, AC means specific electric loading, and these two parameters are already mentioned in a problem statement. So next part is what? This kW. kW means winding factor, and in AC machine, in machine we are using winding factor as a 0.955. So next we will calculate C naught. So C naught is equal to 11 into kW value into B average value into AC value into 10 raised to minus 3. By substituting all these three constants, we can get C naught as a 120.80775. Call this as a equation number 2. Then next we will move for calculating this NS, that is synchronous speed. But in problem the speed is given 960 rpm. This is a rotor speed, but we want a synchronous speed. So we are assuming synchronous speed at a 50 Hz. Nearest to 960 rpm is 1000 rpm. So our assumption is synchronous speed NS is 1000 rpm. So from this capital NS we can easily get small ns. Small ns is equal to capital NS upon 60. So 1000 by 60 is equal to NS is equal to 16.6667 rps. Call this as a equation number 3. So here already we found this capital Q value. So already here we found this capital Q value, that is in previous case C0 and NS value. So here we are rewriting this equation, d square L is equal to Q upon C0 S. Q upon C0 S. So here we are substituting Q value as a 29.91, C naught value and a NS value. These three values already we have calculated previously. By substituting these three values, we can get d square L is equal to 0.0148 meter cube. Call this as a equation number 4. But in this equation, d and L, these are the two unknown parameters. So we need one more equation in the form of d and L, and this we can get from this equation by taking L upon tau ratio as equal to 1, because it gives an overall good electrical strength. L means what? Length. Tau means pole pitch. As we already know, the pole pitch means what? Pi d upon P. So by substituting L upon tau value as a pi d upon P is equal to 1. By solving this equation, we can get L into 6 upon pi d into pi into d is equal. So L is here pi d upon 6. So L is equal to now L is equal to 0.5235 d. Call this as a equation number 5. Now substitute this equation number 5. Substitute equation number 5 in equation number 4. Equation number 4 is d square L is equal to 0.0148. So by substituting L value, we can get d cube is equal to this equation. Cube means we need, for finding d, we will take the cube root of this ratio. So by solving this, we get d is equal to 0.3046 meter. Call this as a equation number 6. So as d already we found, replace this d in equation number 5 so that we can get L value. L is equal to 0.1594 meter, and these are the stator dimensions, length and diameter. So first part of the question is completed. So next we will check the peripheral velocity. As in previous video also, we know the peripheral velocity v is equal to what? Pi d n. So d we calculated, n calculated. Substitute pi and d and n values so that we can calculate peripheral velocity v is equal to 15.708 meter per second, and this is less than the permissible limit of 30 meter per second. So peripheral speed is calculated. Then next part, as we know, the specific magnetic loading B average is equal to P phi upon pi d L. From this equation we can found phi m is equal to B average into pi d L upon P. So phi m is equal to what? Substitute B average value, D value, L value, number of poles are given 6. Then phi m is equal to 0.01156 Weber. Then next, stator turns per phase TS. TS is equal to ES upon 4.44 F phi m kW. So substitute here, ES is nothing but a voltage, 440 volt, 4 divided by 4.4 frequency 50 Hz. Phi m already calculated 0.01156, kW as a winding factor 0.955. So by solving this equation, we can get TS is equal to 179.53. Actually these are the stator turns per phase, so approximately we are taking it as a 180. Call this as a equation number 9. Now next we are choosing slots per pole per phase equal to 3. So next we will find out total number of stator slots is equal to 3 into pole into phase, because this 3 is per pole per phase. So total number of stator slots are 3 into pole into phase. So 3 poles are 6, phases are 3. This calculation gives us 54. So stator slot, total number of stator slots are 54. Then next part is a slot pitch. Slot pitch means what? Pi d upon total number of stator slots. As we already know, the pole pitch means what? Pi d upon p. P as a pole. Pole pitch means pole. For slot pitch, pi d upon number of stator slots. So pi into d value is 0.3046 divided by 54. By solving this, we can get 0.01745 meter. This is nothing but 17.45 millimeter. This is a slot pitch. Then next, as there is a relation between conductors and turns, conductors are always 2 times the number of turns. So next we will find out conductors per turn is equal to what? Total number of stator conductors divided by total number of stator slots. So total number of stator conductors are nothing but 2 times total number of stator turns divided by total number of stator slots. In previous case we saw total number of stator turns are 180. Then this is 2 factor is because of conductor turn relation. This 180 is per phase, so we are multiplying here 3, and total number of stator slots 54 we previously calculated, and this ratio gives us a 20 as a conductor per slot. So the second part, that is total number of stator slots we found, that is 54, and the conductors per slot, that is 20, we calculated. So this is the solution for this problem. In next video we will see next problem. Thank you.